That's the sound of pedal bearings failing. Turned out to not be the bottom bracket after all. So I'll have to change the pedals. Well. What's that sound? Silent. So, as you saw in the previous segment, I had pedal issues. We're not going that way. Yeah, we'll go this way. So I had pedal issues, and it was a gloomy ride. The sky was overcast. And now it's like 55, sunny, water packed, nutrition bar packed, and I went about this routine of trying to take off the pedal, and I didn't use the best tools, and then I turned it the wrong way. And I basically almost seized up the pedal. I had to order a pedal wrench. I tried using the Allen keys to remove it. Turning it the wrong way, I seized it and then bent the Allen key. It was because of my mistake. Totally user error. And so I ordered a bike pedal wrench from Amazon, 1-day shipping. Literally came the next day, today, and I was scared, worried that the threads would be ruined from my mistake. And I had the bike folded up, crank arm down to the floor, set the pedal wrench in place, applied slow heavy pressure, and it came off like butter. It unscrewed like butter. Water relief. So I inspected the pedal to see if there were bits of aluminum, and no, the threads were intact on the old pedal, and it was a save. So the new pedals arrived with the same shipment. Dude, that's smart. Yeah, so the pedals arrived with the same shipment, and I had ordered those a couple days in advance. And yeah, the rest is history. So I have these waterproof pedals on the bike now, on the e-bike, and that's the flaw of the other pedals. I forget the brand name. The old pedals resemble the Himaway pedals, folding pedals, if you could find those. They look kind of the same. I really can't remember the name of the old pedals, but Problem with that design is it lets all the grit, road salt, and whatever contaminants inside, and all that junk inside eats away at the bearings and the pedals. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You're good. So, yeah, so the old pedals that I had on here, that I had put on aftermarket, were not designed very well. They look fancy, it looks nice, but yeah, they weren't waterproof. So I went searching for folding pedals for e-bike, and the first ones I saw were said waterproof, and they had a high rating. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I ordered them, 2-day shipping. So now this is an exercise ride and a diagnostic ride, because I need to get in a couple of spots where I climb hills and see to make sure that the threads are intact. On the crank arms. I preemptively ordered a spare crank arm, chainring crank arm piece. It was like from a used, not used, but a new set that was separated, probably from a bike shop or something, and they didn't use the chainring side, so I got it cheaper, much cheaper than buying a whole new crank set. So that was an expense I didn't need, but it could have been far worse if I had to change the whole crankset and lay out that cash. So it feels kind of weird riding this e-bike without a squeak noise. And I'm sure it's kind of relieving or refreshing for the viewer, for you the viewer, not to have to hear the squeak every time I pedal. Yeah, it's so sunny, so nice. A nice way to conclude the bike repair. I am not complaining. I put a lot of force on that crank arm right there, on that pedal. I didn't feel any weirdness, so that's good. But yeah, this is basically a long form PSA for like learning how to maintain your own bikes. And you're gonna make mistakes, and some of the mistakes are expensive. But it's doable. Maintain your own bicycle. If you get the right e-bike, it's just maintaining a bicycle. So I'll have to get used to the geometry of these pedals. I think they're a little wider. They have a shorter depth, but a wider foot stance. So that matters if I'm like going near a curb or something. So I was checking out an e-bike I spotted on one of those review blogs. Somebody reviewed a Coswheel. Coswheel. And the battery is mounted like Suron style. The guy kept comparing it to a Suron just because of the battery. But it's like a cafe racer style slash enduro style slash motocross style, but it's just a fat tire e-bike. So it's like a, I think rated at a class 3 speed or something like that. 48 volt. 25 amp hour battery or something like 24 or 25 amp hour. I mean, I was looking at it, the specs and stuff. And I guess, yeah, it's kind of similar specs to what my bike could be capable of. I'm thinking, yeah, like for myself, it's not the specs I want. I would want more battery, and I would want something I could fold up. It's the thing that doesn't fold up. So for my uses, I don't have a storage spot to keep it in, so I couldn't use it. But I could see if somebody has the space. Let's say if somebody has a hallway they could keep it in, or a garage. It's a good first It's actually, well, it's more than a first e-bike. It's kind of like if you were gonna start out big for a low price. That kind of thing. I seen the price on it was not too bad considering other bikes. But it's interesting to see what's out there, you know, to have a look around. You know, having built, or rather modded, my own inexpensive e-bike, it's good to know what the options are. My concern with that Coswheel bike is the battery rails. The battery compartment is very restricted, limited, so you could only fit one of those batteries in there. What I like to do is use lithium metal, and lithium metal batteries tend to be big, bulky, wide, and I would have to see one of those bikes up front in person to see what could be possible, like using it as a platform to put a lithium metal bike battery. I've complained about Amazon in the past, but you know, there are moments, you know, times when the chips are down and it counts real big that they come through, and they came through in this instance. They came through big. It's easy to jump to conclusions or get upset when you have like one failure, or you know, it's easy to forget how many times they've actually come through. And there were instances where they surprised me, so that matters. Now, while these pedals are quiet, we've got the green arrow. If people will go, just go, just go. There's no hesitation. Make a right turn red. Hyundai Palisade. So weird that the bike runs so silent now. All this time. I was totally convinced it was the bottom bracket. Some of it partially might have been, I don't know. But yeah. The pedals are not that old either. But not being waterproof, that's a big deal. So when you're removing the pedals correctly, it should slide easy as it unlocks, and then it should unscrew easily by hand or whatever, or you may have to help with the wrench for the position, but now a quick way to know when you ruin the threads is that when you unscrew the pedal, you go right turn, Rick. When you unscrew the pedal, oh, the game. Yeah, so a quick way to know there's a thread failure is when you unscrew the pedal just flops out like right away. And I know this because when I correctly unscrewed the OEM pedals when I first got the e-bike and wanted to change the pedals to something a little nicer. Yeah, this is like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. I had correctly unscrewed the pedal and it just flopped right out, and I looked inside, I was like, oh no, the crank arm threading inside, it was all chewed up. Looked like I had Loctite or something similar. And I went on the forums to find out about that, and yeah, sure enough, the XP 1.0, I don't know if the later models have it, but the 1.0 had pedals that were Loctited into the crank arms.